Hello, I'm Jeremy Gray, and this is the Kevin Wilson Show. On today's show, we'll talk to the head coach of the Indiana Hoosiers about the game against Ball State, preview the upcoming home contest against Virginia. Coach will have a sit-down conversation with starting quarterback Edward Wright Baker, and we'll wrap things up with a profile of sports nutritionist Amy Friel. But first, a couple of highlights from last week's game. All right, Coach, first game as head coach here at Indiana. What were you happy with in what you saw from your team in that game against Ball State?
Well, I'm first not happy with a lot, not getting a W and doing the things you need to win. But first time out with some young guys, played a lot of young guys, which is nice. We need to grow from that for sure. No turnovers, which is a positive. Thought the kicking game was solid, not negatives, but I don't know how much we created other than the big play to DeMarlo or the opening drive. Defensively, same situation. Got him on schedule, but couldn't get some stops. Offensively, had a couple situations to maybe execute a little cleaner, get some more points than we did. So a few positives, but all in all, I think we need a lot more intensity and motion, enthusiasm about playing the game, and we got to play better and get some wins. So we'll look at it hard this week. We'll look at it very positively, and we're going to keep working hard and get better as we move forward for UVA.
Our player guest today will be Edward Wright Baker. It was his first career start, threw for 270 yards, completed 20 of 32, didn't commit a turnover, a touchdown toss. Pretty poised for a guy in his first start.
Did well. We can help him out, though. Again, continue to clean up protections, route spacing. We had a couple drops, missed a couple easy throws, and actually a couple times as a young player, kind of got stuck looking the wrong way, held on a guy too long. That as he plays, he'll continue to get better. But at the same time, as well as Ed might have played, we're still in a competition there with Dusty and Trey, who are still in the mix. And by no means is our whole team lost that game to Ball State yesterday. Ed played solid, but as a young player, Ed's in a position with a lot of competition. Hopefully he'll keep bringing it because he'll need to continue to improve to be our guy.
Let's look at a couple of the highlights from that game against Ball State. In that first drive, a thing of beauty, set up with the run. Matt Perez, Stephen Houston did very well, and then Ed Wright Baker with some timely throws.
Yeah, it was. And again, you said the one thing was some run because as the game went along, we didn't stay on blocks, didn't run the ball well. There's Matt Perez on a little run to start the game. There's a third down conversion on a slant pass. Ed to DeMarlo, get that ball off the ground there and give it to the referee. Throwing a little quick run pass check, a little bubble. Pressing ball to the side there with Dre Muhammad, getting a handful of yards. Stayed on schedule the first drive, pretty good. Nice little run, third down conversion. Nice cut by Matt, getting behind his pads, getting first down up to the 50. So a decent start here. Come back with a little play action pass, a little move the pocket, simple throw there to Max Devin in the flat. We're on the plus 40-yard line, got a little momentum as we start.
You look at Ed Wright Baker, and his mobility can create things too.
It can, and again, we're going to keep learning, teaching him how to take care of the ball and protect himself as he plays with it. But he does bring some mobility. Little inside power play, nice job by Steven, bouncing off, running through trash. Again, nice pickup, about 10 or 12 there.
A lot of good work on third and fourth down situations, especially in the run on this drive.
Yeah, we were 50%. We need to be that or better. And it's a nice run by, I think that was actually a fourth down play there for Matt, bouncing a little play to the outside and getting in the end zone. A little enthusiasm. We need a lot more of that. We did not have a lot of energy, enthusiasm. And that's my fault as a coach, not getting our team ready for that. First play defensively, nice job by Jeff Thomas coming up and driving on the under route.
And it was a quick 3-and-out. Indiana got the stop against Ball State right there. And Jeff Thomas really set the tone in this situation.
He did. He overplayed that little under route there a little bit. Could have played it actually a little bit better. Nice tackle. And then a little shovel pass that they do on third down. Nice play. I think they'd had a penalty to get him in third and long. Nice. Now there's some enthusiasm right there. We need to continue to create that energy.
And then a remarkable catch by DeMarlo Belcher on a very good throw from Ed Wright Baker in this drive capped a scoring situation for
Correct. There's Kofi Hughes on a little dig right across the middle. That previous stop there, we had great field position and didn't execute that next drive. Left some points on the field. This is our third drive, though. The next time out, there's a go ball to DeMarlo over the top. Great throw. Ed putting some air on the ball, giving his receiver a chance. And, of course, DeMarlo's got a chance to go up and make a play, and that was a nice play.
And then before the half, Indiana had a drive in which you got it in good situations, and Mitch Ewald with a very long field goal.
Mitch had a 49-yarder. It'd been nice to have converted and gotten more points out of that. Here's the drive, a little under route here to, I believe, is that Shane Wynn or is that Dre? Is that Shane? That's Dre Muhammad right there, I believe. Little slip screen out here. slipping it out there to Matt to the sideline. Again, like to get some enthusiasm by our bench. We're still just standing around stagnant as a football team. So we're going to create some energy this week. Here's Shane Wynn on a freshman, a little crossing route. Did a great job on her kickoff returns as well. Nice to see him going. A little bubble swing route, and there he is pressing it to the sideline with speed, plus 40-yard line. We did settle for a field goal here. Got it down right here after this play here to a short yardage situation that we didn't convert. Second, third down, got behind change. Here's a little run. We don't bounce. Oh, excuse me, we did get that first down. I'm off a play there. Nice run by Matt.
And you look at the situation
and
we
had two negatives after that bogged him down. Nice 49-yarder. Mitch has kicked well. We thought he'd be good from 15 in. It was nice in game situation for him to do so.
And then trying to come back late in the game, Ed Wright Baker with the pass, really moving the ball downfield, finding Kofi Hughes.
Little middle route to Kofi there. Again, we're down 2 scores here, trying to go fast. Slant route here to DeMarlo. Worked it downfield. We'd had it down once before, pretty close. Went for it on 4th down instead of kicking. Got down again and kicked this time. There's a corner route, arrow route. But irregardless, we got in here 2 times with chances for touchdowns and didn't convert. This time we settled for a field goal. Previous time we go for it, didn't make it. So you can't win games kicking field goals. You can't win games 3 points in the second half. So a lot of work for improvement, some good things to build on, some positives, but a lot of room for improvement. You make a lot of improvement from week 1 to week 2, and our football team definitely needs to make some this week.
You mentioned Shane Wynn getting some action, did a very nice job on returns. A lot of freshmen got to play. What did you see out of the newcomers?
Again, first time out, kind of busting through the water. I think we've got, pushing about 17 or 18 between true freshmen, redshirt freshmen, or Stephen Houston, first college game. And again, as we play, you'll see those guys playing faster, playing more comfortable, playing within themselves. They played well physically, they can, but there's some glitches just with alignments or confidence or knowing what to do. And so as we go from week 1 to 2, you'll see those guys continue to improve, and they'll help us out a bunch.
You look at Houston and Perez out of the backfield, especially in that first half, they were impressive at times.
Yeah, at times, but again, we didn't stay on blocks, and at the same time, they ran okay, but they've got to also, we got to make more than you block sometimes. A good back will take 3 and get you 5, take 5 and get you 7. They ran okay. We got to block better, but they also got to learn how to always, keep moving the pile, make a guy miss, and be a little bit more productive. We've got to run for more than 100 yards in a football game to be a good football team. And we will work hard this week in doing so, and we got to make some great strides. Nice, okay start for those 2 guys, but we got to block better, and they need to play better as well.
Dre Muhammad bought in from the get-go, had a nice spring, a very good camp, and he was impressive with 6 catches.
He's done well and does a nice job in our return game. At the same time, some competition at the receiver spot, like we've been talking about with our quarterbacks in competition with Shane Wynn and guys like that pushing them. That keeps those guys playing hard. But it was nice to see Dre have a very solid game.
All right, we're going to talk about the upcoming contest against Virginia right after this on the Kevin Wilson Show. Welcome back, Coach. After the first game, this is kind of the first opportunity for your team under your leadership to bounce back from a game and have a chance to come back and take on a tough team in Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia got off yesterday to a nice start against William & Mary. Watching their tape here, they're an improved football team. Coach London in his second year there at UVA. Again, it'll be a good challenge for us. They're running the ball well. Quarterback play was very, very solid defensively. Very simple, sound, aggressive in their attack with good athletes. So it'll be a great challenge. But we look forward this week to, again, putting together a good week of practice. You always make a great deal of improvement from week 1 to week 2. The way we played, we definitely need to make a lot of improvement. There's a lot of areas that we can improve. Look forward to seeing where we can go as we get ready for the Cavaliers.
And you look at the situation across college football and the scores from this past weekend, a lot of tight games between teams from major conferences and mid-major conferences, and it's a chance for both sides to kind of feel themselves out and a chance for Indiana to grow here.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, there's a lot of parity in college ball. At the same time, we got to do the things we need to win some games. And again, I think one of those things we always told is playing smart, turnovers, good in the kicking game. We were okay there. But physically, you got to take care of the line of scrimmage, and we were not good as an offensive line, as a defensive line, staying on blocks. We need to play with a lot more enthusiasm, a lot more passion. We'll go through this week in practice and meetings, trying to continue to, again, in building our program and the way we want to do it. We got to do it with energy and attitude. So this week will be all about not just how we respond, but how we need to do our business every week. And for us to go out and play an okay game, but not be on fire and have that true passion and enthusiasm. That starts with me. So something last week at preparation was a little bit off with getting our team on edge. We'll work hard this week, see if we can make those strides and play well against Virginia.
Looking at the highlights in the previous segment, you talked about the energy on the sidelines, as important as the energy on the field.
Well, it's a total team. And again, there's some times I thought the couple of coaches jumping around some defensive plays were the most excited guys. We need to get our whole team energized about what we're doing, not just the guys on the field. We've got to create our own enthusiasm, our own energy. And because it's not going to come from the outside. It starts with me as a head coach. So for us to be that way, I got to look at me and what I did. And then from there, what our staff has done to have our team play smart football, do some things that we want to in a clean way, but not have the zest, the zeal, the drive, the passion to really fly around at the energy we need. So again, we'll look at that. As you play, you think less. As you play, we'll get more confident in our system. And again, hopefully we'll make the strides you need to. Always a big jump from week 1 to week 2, and we are definitely going to need that for this week.
Talk about the process of implementing different systems both on offense and defense with a new team and how that has to kind of ingrain itself in the players over time.
Well, it does, but at the same time, to win, you got to be confident. The more you win, the more confident you are. Well, we're going through a change. I've had some success, but not a lot. And again, I think our team's looking. Well, I think there's a lot of clips on tape where I felt our team was looking. We were watching instead of flying around and trying to create the play, trying to make the play. I think we were waiting for something to happen, hoping something would happen, wanting someone else to do it. So we'll talk real hard for our guys about controlling our destiny, controlling our emotions, controlling our thought process, and moving ourselves forward.
In the next segment, you're going to talk to Edward Wright Baker. He was the starting quarterback in week 1, had a very nice debut in which he didn't turn the ball over, completed 20 of his 32. There's some traits in Edward Wright Baker that really stand out.
Well, what separated him, because all 3 of our quarterbacks that got the bulk of the reps down the stretch, Dusty Kiel and Trey Roberson, all played well. Ed was just a little bit cleaner with not forcing the ball, not having as many turnovers down the stretch, was just a little bit cleaner. Same time, though, Ed played well, didn't force it, but he missed some things. And as he plays, or as we continue to develop Dusty and Trey, we do need to play better. That was a nice start, but that's not what we need, not a finished product. There were some plays, some opportunities he had that he missed. Also, his supporting cast is going to need to play better to help him out.
Seeing that it's not a finished product, kind of your assessment on how the team dealt with the up-tempo offense.
Of what? You talking about our not Ball State?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. And at the same time, though, again, we've got to run the ball, stay on schedule. Again, we had the second half, some bad play calling, or bad execution on my part, and our team's execution got us, all schedule, out of rhythm into some third and longs. At the same time, didn't turn it over. I think we had 3 or 4 punts for the day. Just left some points on the field. We get that stop on the second drive at the 40-yard line, 2 negative plays. We go down a couple times where we're close and we don't get points. We decide to go for it one time on 4th down. Could have kicked a field goal, but the next drive we still had to score a touchdown. We didn't score. We moved the ball well. We got two touchdowns for ballpark 400 yards. That means for every 200 yards we score a touchdown. You've got to score more points than that. We'll look at our scheme. We'll look at our execution. Same thing defensively. We cannot let a team run the ball and give up 27 points and expect to win.
In our final segment, we're going to have a feature on Amy Friel, the new sport nutritionist here for Indiana Athletics. Talk about how important she has been for your program so far.
Well, she's got a lot of energy and the enthusiasm and passion that we're talking about creating with our program. She definitely brings that to what we're doing in the Hoosier Room. And again, she was at all our meals this past weekend, making sure things were out properly, getting our kids. We had no issues through last week with the 95 to 100 degree weather, with cramps, with heat issues, with nutrition. We got to continue to build our team. We need to continue to get bigger and stronger. We're getting them lean and in shape. And now, as we go through this and continue to recruit, Amy will do a great job in what we're doing to try to physically mature our kids as we move forward.
All right, we're going to see Coach's interview with Ed Wright Baker next on The Kevin Wilson Show.